Yo, what's going on, guys? Going to be showing you the power of max mobility Nasus jungle. We've done a lot of videos on him, and I would normally recommend rushing down something like Divine Sunder because it's extremely stable. However, there's another item that has caught my eye, and that is 𝐒𝐿𝐿. 𝐒𝐿𝐿 feels really nice as an item rush on Nasus because it gives you a bunch of movement speed. So it's a lot like rushing down a chem tank, except it gives you enough damage to still clear camp super fast and to secure kills with your Q on champions, which is a plus 12. The reason why Nasus jungle is viable is because this Q is plus 12 on monsters, large monsters that is, rather than being a laner and only getting plus 3 off the minions. So on Nasus jungle, typically we can hit around 1,000 stacks pre 30-minute mark. Just depends on the game though. He's one of the best carries in the game. I'd put him up there with Crit Olaf jungle and Master Yi. And I'd say in a lot of ways he's better than carrying than both of them because he can sit on a split push much more efficiently than them, which is a solid win con for Nasus to play into. Auto attack Q reset. Make sure you get the actual last hit with the Q. For your runes, you do have a lot of options. You have Predator, you have Fleet Footwork, even press the attack lethal tempo. Overall, I think Phase Rush is best because once you're in a fight, it helps you to be able to stay on top of them, which is what you want. Your R puts your Q on half cooldown. So being able to stay on top of them is ultimately the most important thing at that point. Doing about 97. So we have Phase Rush with Nimbus, Transcendence, Water Walking. With Approach Velocity, it's really nice to have if your teammates CC somebody or if you slow them with your Wither. Free Boots with Attack Speed 80 and Armor. You can run Ability Haste in your rune instead of Attack Speed. I think Attack Speed's better though. It helps your initial ganks in your early fights in particular, while your Q's still on a very long cooldown. Auto attack Q reset. It's most important to get the Q last hit on the big monsters for the plus 12 since the little ones are only plus 3. We're going to go ahead and get another point in our Q because it puts it on a much lower cooldown. You generally want to start on your blue buff side rather than red buff side because it's really challenging to take raptors before you have 2 points in your Q. And kind of same thing with your Krugs as well. Auto attack Q reset. Every time you get a point in your Q, it puts it on a second shorter cooldown, which is a massive difference. Not excited to be playing against a Mastery in particular. Once we're level 6, we can't wither him, so in terms of chasing him down, it's just not possible. But in terms of soloing him, I think it is, especially once we have our Gargoyle. Gargoyle is an amazing second, third, or fourth item purchase on Nasus. I wouldn't really recommend getting it any later than that. I mean, you could technically not build it, but when they have so much shred on their team with the 𝐒𝐿𝐼 and 𝐒, I think it's a pretty big must. Otherwise, we'll die. You could also make the argument for QSS since they have the Malzahar R. If you don't feel like you can solo the enemy jungler, don't even go to Scuttle Fight. With that being said, I think Mastery path into his top side. Junglers 9 out of 10 times start with their bot lane for the best leash possible. So we could go for this if we really wanted to. We really want to. First back, if you don't take free boots, go for Ionians. Otherwise, you're looking for Caulfield's Hammer first back. Doesn't look like Lux has the mana for a snare. Auto attack Q reset. Kind of wasted our phase rush on that. We can't keep approaching because Lux is out of mana. We have enough gold to back and get some decent stuff. We can go back and get some long swords, which is a decent first back. It is best if you have enough to get a Caulfield's, but we just don't. We'll pick up our oracles, our control word, and at this point we don't want to buy any more control words, so we're going to want to place this in a defensive style location, and we'll use our oracles when we're pressing for ganks because, like I said, we don't want to buy any more control words. So the good defensive spots are deep, like kind of in your jungle, to where the enemies might want to path for a dive or a deep style flank gank. So that's what we're going to be doing here. We'll get one down for this cal. It's usually better to get it down for bot side since they tend to take more pressure. This is fine. Auto attack Q reset. Q's doing about 200 now. We could go top side actually and kill Darius. Kel's low mana, but I think it's doable. Darius no real items. Auto attack Q reset. Oh, our red buff's about to run out. It's kind of bad timing. Q's doing about 220. Oh no. The burnout. Okay, we can't do anything there. We just gotta leave. 𝐒𝐿 did survive. We missed the Q on 𝐒𝐿𝐂𝐋𝐒. It is what it is. We'll go ahead, just clear down. The Youmuu's is such a good item spike, especially for ganks. Nasus R gives you so much tankiness that you don't really miss out. You get a bunch of HP, a bunch of armor, and magic resist. Auto attack Q reset, drop the E. Same thing, auto Q. We'd be at 132 if we queued the scuttle there. A lot of your stacks will come from queuing champions, and that helps your snowball a lot. So when you're in the gank, try to look for that. If you don't get it, it's not the end of the world, but it's better the gold on you than your teammates anyway, since Nasus is one of the best scaling champions in the game. Only thing that kind of outscales him is Veigar, and even then in most games it can be challenging for Veigar to do so, since Nasus can sit on the split and he can access some massive magic resist items to where even if Veigar is doing like 3k damage, Nasus can mitigate it down to just like 1k. We're going to use our Q. When the monsters are healthy, you need to be using your abilities to get them low. You don't want to just sit there while it's very healthy and auto it down. That would be extremely inefficient. He's doing about 264 to large monsters. You want to look at their health before you use your Q, so just click on the monster and you can see its health panel up there. If you're not doing that, you'll be guessing and you'll be missing a lot of Q last hits. Darius is in my jungle. What a bunghole. I don't think there's much 𝐒𝐿 can do about it, so we'll just wait for this bot gank. She doesn't want to rotate. I don't blame her. She can't solo him anyways, but she should be shoving the wave or something. We have Ghost. Soraka's behind. Their bot's behind. This is an easy setup. We'll just let Darius have our blue. Master Yi could be over there as well, so I guess good for them. I need Lux to step up. Auto attack Q reset. Soraka couldn't even move with that wither. We didn't get a kill out of it, so I'll stay for a couple of Q last hits. We need to be able to hit level 6 as well after waiting that long for that gank. I don't think we'll hit it here, but we need to hit it soon. We're hitting it kind of late this game. I'm not going to buy another control word. My other one's still up as well. So the fact that Darius doesn't have blue buff means Mastery is in my jungle. I'm not even going to go there then. That means my Gromp's already down. So we need to invade his bot side. I didn't realize Yi was there. I should have looked sooner to see Darius didn't actually have the blue buff. 𝐒𝐿 doesn't have that much CS. Not that much at all. Finally have our blue smite, though it is on a cooldown. Q's doing about 305 because we have a lot of AD. Now that we have our R, should be able to solo Yi, I think. Yeah, I don't think he can stop us there. Might be waiting for Soraka though. If I can find him once his Q's on a cooldown, then he'll probably die. I think his Q's on cooldown. Auto attack Q reset. Oh, so he does have R. I'll be taking that. Sorry, Lux, I need it. A lot of laners don't realize just how badly Nasus needs the Q farm. I don't know if she was trying to steal that or not, but I missed my Q on it, so sad days. I'll act like I'm leaving. I'll just stick around. He doesn't have R, so if I wither him, he dies. He's being greedy. Malzahar is here. I don't know what he thinks he's gonna do though. Oh, he might actually kill me actually. He has R. He's chunking. I don't have that much HP yet. That was a really awkward fight. Lux barely got out of that one. Could definitely solo Yi. Just his teammates are rotating. Try to get the key last hit on each one of these. We have so many points in our queue. This is where you start to stack up exponentially compared to previously. Previous to having your Q max, it's kind of challenging to stack it. Apparently she's going for my blue buff there. It's very strange. She's so concerned about her mana when she has a lost chapter. Very odd. Get that last hit. Smite it. Lux is in a weird spot. I have nothing to take there. I'll just go for my Grump. Not getting too much this game. That's for sure. Not many gank opportunities with bot lane winning, and with the state of mid and top, they're kind of just farm lanes. Our ghost is up. He can't see us if we hug the wall there. We're taking this, and then we'll look for the reset. We're sitting on close to a Youmuu's. Yeah, we can buy it. We have enough gold here. Just wait here for a second. Could look for dragon with our R. We have 250 stacks, which is decent. If we could actually get some kills, then that would definitely boost it a bit. These guys are all playing really safe. 12-minute long game, only 4 kills so far. Like I said, I think Gargoyle will make us just fine against the... We're moving at 423 because of the Youmuu's here. So we're pretty fast. Down he goes. So I'll take that plus 12. The Youmuu's is an insane item. It gives so much mobility. With Youmuu's, you're faster than someone who has tier 2 boots, and you don't even have to buy the tier 2s. Lucidities aren't bad on Nasus, but Youmuu's is just better. We'll still probably end up grabbing Lucidities for this game. We'll max Wither second. Auto attack Q reset. I want to go in this jungle, in this guy's jungle now. Once you're level 6 and up, you can really start to solo people on Nasus consistently. I think he's R's on cooldown as well. So we'll try to find this. Got to go for the Soraka so she doesn't heal the 𝐒𝐿. That's a lot of damage. Auto attack Q reset. Soraka doesn't even have boots yet, so she can't escape at all. Even if I didn't wither, she's not gonna be able to get away. I'll be taking these. $510. Very nice. Looks like he's going in my jungle. He's going in there a lot, honestly. He's slowing down our Q farm progress. You can have upwards to 800 Q farm, 20-minute mark. Or I would say 600 by the 20-minute mark. We're a little bit behind schedule here. We're going to zoom away. Got him with the Wither. He should start to slow down once his R ends. He took my blue buff. What a little stinker. We can heal a lot off of our passive. Your passive gives you life still, which works really well with your Q and your autos. As you can see, once you're in combat on Nasus, you don't stay low health for long. Very similar to an Olaf, honestly. Or a Master Yi who's built life still. That's the nice thing about Nasus, is you don't even need life still on him. It's kind of redundant to have it. Nasus, you more need mobility than anything else, which, you know, the Youmuu's out of combat movement speed plus in combat movement speed with its active kind of gives you what you need there. That's bad. Oh, that's so bad. I mean, we got an assist, but it's not worth. We gave them a shutdown. Since you had no health, I assumed there's no way this guy has R, right? No, he had R. Oh man, we're gonna have to buy a QSS this game at some point. I don't want to buy it right now though. Q's 2.8 second cooldown. If we were to buy Lucids, it would be on a 2.4. I don't think that's worth it. 0.4 second of a shorter cooldown is not quite worth. So instead, I would rather have I don't even know. I guess Merc Treads. Merc Treads would be solid here. We'll look for a Dead Man's second item. We'll go Dead Man's into Divine Sunderer. Mythic item rushes are overrated on a lot of champions who have strong kits. Divine Sunderer is still good on Nasus, but ultimately you need mobility to get to people. If you can't get to them, it doesn't matter how much damage your Q's doing. The Malzahar is the biggest issue because we can't use Tenacity against them. We need a QSS. Cleanse doesn't even work against suppressions. Oh, hey, buddy. Is Kaisa gonna come and save you? He burned his R. I don't think he even wins this, though. Would have loved to fight him if it took him on the plant with me. We'll blue smite it into the Q R. Auto attack Q reset. Kaisa's gonna die here. There's no way. She missed her flash. Feels bad for her. Couldn't tell if Ezreal was trying to steal that or not. It was kind of weird. I don't want to get stuck under this guy's turret again. I really don't want to die here for no reason. Down he goes. Malzahar are a great ability. If you're fighting 1 versus 3, then not so much because it's single target. Well, Yomu's out of this. I don't want to die to Darius. Try to hit him with the Wither. He won't let me have it. Dragon up in a little bit. This game was so slow. It's starting to speed up. Now that we have our Yomus, doesn't matter how safe these guys try to play, we can get to them. 1 E auto Q reset procs the phase rush. You just need 3 separate attacks. You can get it fairly quickly. 659. Just need 1 more. We'll drag it out. While you're waiting for your Q to come back up, just pull the monsters over to your next camp. Especially easy to do once your Q's on a short cooldown. But ultimately, if you just pay attention to the cooldown, you'll know when you can and can't move somewhere. Ooh, he's on his R. He's only so fast, though. Yeah, he didn't get anything. Lux is kind of hard for you to deal with. Any snare champion that can go Hourglass is difficult. Because, I mean, if they land snare, you're going to die. Even if they miss it, if they Zhonya's, then now what do? They time out your R, and you need R resets to be able to be viable. 703, not bad. Let's get this dragon for another plus 12. It'd be awesome if epic monsters were like plus 24. That would make Nasus so sick. Got it. Plus 12. You can even feed off of wards and turrets when you last hit them with Q. We see where the Malzahar is. Want to get this wave push to give me more mobility. That way they don't collapse in on us. They'll go for the minions first. That's exactly what we want. Oh, this is Yi. He's dead. How's he gonna fight me? I'm Nasus, he's Yi. We're both 1 full item. We're both 1 full item with similar CS. He gets absolutely dominated. That's how it goes on Nasus, baby. If you're on your R, there's... I don't even know if a crit Olaf could solo Nasus on R. That's how wild it is. This guy must not have... Oh, wait. Oh, come on, baby. Shoot. I have to get a QSS. Really happy. Most of their damage is magic because the Malzahar. It's a really tough call. So at this point, you could go for Force of Nature. You could go for Dead Man's. You could go for Frozen Heart. Kind of leaning towards, honestly, Force of Nature. More HP, more magic resist. I guess we already do have the Merc Treads, though, for the MR. Yeah, we'll go Dead Man's into Divine, then we'll go for QSS. That should be fine. It's all about that 40 out of combat movement speed. That's basically boots of mobility. Boots of mobility is when out of combat increases 215, so minus 25 from that. Okay, so it's not as good as boots of mobility, but it feels like it. 768. Give me the Q farm, baby. With dead man's there, that Q did cleared over 900. The dead man's has some on hit, so it builds up your movement speed, and once the movement speed's max, just after a few seconds of moving around, your next auto slows and does some extra damage. Give me that Q. I get the ghost extensions. I should be able to run this guy down. Oh, he flashed. I don't know if I can get to him now. Yeah, I actually just can't get to him. He's super fast and he has Rylai's, so he's slowing like crazy. In hindsight, Boots of Swiftness might have been a better choice. Oh wow, Vladimir was tempted to AoE those raptors. I'm glad he didn't. Yeah, this Ezreal's such a dirtbag. He's done that so many times when I'm taking the camp, but he keeps mistiming it. I'll attack Q reset. Nasus is so good at tanking these type of things, Barons and Dragons, because of the lifesteal. There's a free lifesteal item on his passive. It's hard to last hit it with Q though. You half damage when you're the one tanking Baron. Oh, Master Yi's on Ghost. He's moving really fast. There's no reason for us to force a fight here. There's no dragon. This Darius fight makes no sense. Well, blue smiter, we got our phase rush. I don't want to die. Ooh-cha! Darius has a decent amount of armor with this plated. Mikey is not doing that much damage to him. We might need some armor penetration. Armor pen can go a long way on Nasus. Black Cleaver's not terrible on him because of that. You could go for swords or the other one though. A little bit of armor pen. That's plus 12. Plus 3. Dragon up in 20. Very close to the Divine Sunder. That does give a little bit of armor penetration and magic pen, which is nice because your R's magic damage, your E's magic damage. Drag Soul is an easy win con for us. We don't have to do anything too crazy. It's a nice thing about playing a scaling style champion. The longer the game goes, you get to relax and not be stressed or anything. What does this butthole think he's doing? It's like, bruh. I would like Malzahar to use his R on Ezreal so I can kill everybody. I don't think we can take this now. Our team's just not over here. Malzahar is doing so much damage, it's disgusting. I need QSS so I can gut him. Once I have QSS, there's nothing he can do against us. I might even end up selling my boots for Swifties. Ezreal's still in my red buff. At least he's fed. Hopefully he gets good value out of it. $9.49. Wow, we can one-shot these medium ones now. We'll catch this wave bot. A lot of minions in it. I think Malzahar's here. I just can't deal with him. I don't have enough MR. I'm gonna buy QSS before my Divine Sunder. It really ticks me off that I have to do this. I just do. I'll even go for Force of Nature. I want to run this little rat down. He's gonna suffer. We'll have Ghost. The Yomu's active. We have movement speed from Winged Moonplate plus Deadman's. He's dead. He's gonna face my wrath. I didn't even need the QSS since Ezreal was there. Hey, Soraka, I have Ghost extensions, buddy. You might wanna start running here. Yeah, she's a goner. I'll attack Q reset. I'm gonna body block her. Let's body block. She can't move. Okay, we'll go ahead and do a part 2. That was too fast. That was a lot of fun though. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2. This game, our team lacks engage. There's not a single champion to engage unless we had a Predator Vigar, which we don't, so it could be a little bit rough. Ultimately, we're gonna have to rely on 𝐒𝐿, Pantheon, or Wukong forcing team fights, or we're gonna have to split push, one or the other. I have no one to back me up. I'm not gonna charge him. The fact that he warded my red buff means he's probably gonna invade it. And I don't know if we can solo him with phase rush. If we had Conqueror, we probably could. Conqueror, Nasus jungle, lethal tempo. Nasus jungle has much better raw 1v1s to the death pre-6. However, it struggles so much against in team fights, really. So that's why I don't normally recommend Conqueror lethal tempo at this point, because phase rush is better for the ganks, better for team fights and post-6 fights. So it's still worth having the phase rush here. Now we could rush down the red buff, just do like blue gromp into red and circle down if we don't want to deal with this dude. That would be fine. Auto attack Q reset. Wow, we finished that fast. That was a sick leash. I guess we did smite the blue buff though. Gromp heals you more the lower on health you are anyways. Nasus jungle clears as long as you don't take raptors too early. They're actually pretty healthy because of his passive free life still. That's why fleet on Nasus jungle is a bit outdated. If you've seen a video of me running fleet on him or somebody else, I wouldn't do it. It's not worth it at this point. So he did red buff into my red buff. That is absolutely bizarre. You do not see jungle pathings like that unless it's generally on maybe a Kindred or Jarvan or Graves. On a Wukong, that's very rare to see. I'm gonna mess him up. He's gonna get pushed off. I'm just gonna let the camp reset. I don't care. He's so far behind now. He just screwed himself. I also have a ward on the opening of my jungle, so I should be able to see if he leaves or not. I don't know if he's on it right now. He could have potentially gone back. I wonder if he would actually risk that though. Like, he already did a super risky play. Yeah, he just took it. This guy's such a dirtbag. I don't know. I don't know if that was even worth it for him, to be honest. He just put himself so far behind for that. I'm a little surprised he started it again, because just like how wonky that could have gone. So his mid laner's rotating, mine's not. I'm level 3 first though. If my mid laner would have rotated, that would have been so free because we're level 3. It's not uncommon to get attacked by junglers early game on Nasus jungle, but how early Wukong did it was bizarre. I thought he was just going to 3 camp clear, show up at my red buff. He decided to come in a little bit earlier than I was expecting. I'll go ahead and just queue this big one. Not the end of the world, because ultimately he put himself farther behind than he put us behind by. It's just a general annoyance though, since we're trying to carry. He's doing that. Ultimately, it's good for our team. On paper. Very rare you want to invade as a jungler before you have 3 of your abilities. Your kill potential is going to be very low and your clear potential is low, so if they show up, it takes forever to take the buff. I think he's on his top side right now. He already took his red buff, so obviously I'm not going to check that. Instead, I'll be taking these. Don't take raptors before you're level 3. We didn't go double points in Q since we need to fight. If you're going to be ganking or fighting the enemy jungler, you need Wither. That's why we have Wither, if you're wondering, instead of 2 points in Q. Yep, still level 4 at a reasonable time. That really didn't set us that far behind. We have Ghost. We'll hit her with the Wither into the E. Auto attack Q reset. That's plus 12. I don't think this is... Ooh, maybe this is a kill. Got his flash. That's good enough. I'm going to try not to steal all of these. Oh, you missed it anyways. What a goofball. So the wave shoved. Enemies are going to miss a lot of this. This also lets them get their mana, health back, spend their gold. There's people who say something. There's always one person in the comments who's like, why would you do that? It's just something super important. And I'm going to mention it probably every video for the rest of time. The importance really is there. As a jungler, if you have a successful gank and you don't shove the wave, you put yourself behind because you're not farming. You put yourself behind, at least in terms of XP minimum, if not gold as well, if you only get an assist out of it. So whenever you share minion XP, you all get the majority of the total. So it's kind of like you create XP out of nothing. So don't think of it as just raw theft. Now, if someone steals your jungle camp, it is raw theft, because you don't both get the majority of the total. The only person who gets any is the person who last hits it. And on top of that, the jungler gets more XP than the laner because the jungler has jungle item. So in that sense, laners taking your camps is raw theft. You sharing minion XP with them, it's inherently creating XP out of nothing since you both get the majority of the total. Now, there is the argument to be made, if depending on the type of champion they are, they need to hit level 6 on a really good timing, which is fair. But after a successful gank, your laner should still be ahead in XP over their opponent, since their opponent died and is going to be losing minions to turret. So as a jungler, though, don't get too upset when someone takes a camp, because a lot of people don't realize that they get less XP than you do. Because if someone plays jungle, if someone doesn't play jungle, there's really no way they would know that. So maybe send them this video and then I'll tell them for you. Auto attack Q reset. Malzahar is low mana. This is kind of doable. Wukong's bot side. Lai's doing a weird dive. It pans out. She has Conqueror. Kled ran Lethal Tempo. That is absolutely bizarre. I don't think I've ever seen that on Kled before. Ooh, Wolves just came up. Saw that with my sweepers. I was turning away. Q's doing 334. Holy smokes. Not bad at all. There she is. And I'll take his Gromp. My red buff's coming up. My blue should be safe, especially if he doesn't know that I'm over here. He's most likely resetting or just finishing up his bot side. Krugs take forever, so... There it is. Level 6, 8-minute mark. Not too bad for a Nasus. As a jungler, usually shooting for 7-minute 30. I guess she needs an item before she backs. Wither E, need one auto for phase rush. Auto attack Q reset. Auto attack Q reset. Auto attack Q reset. Oh, come on, baby. Couldn't get away from the Kled. He did a great job of landing his pull. Yeah, that's not great. We don't want to be dying like that. On Nasus, with every additional point you get in your Q, you lose even more by dying because you have a higher rate of Q farming per point in Q. So the potential for scaling increases per level. So bigger loss there. Oh, he's actually, wow, he's actually starting that. A lot of people don't realize, you see how we still have vision? That was like 5 seconds. After you break a ward, it usually gives vision for 1 to 3 seconds after you break it. A lot of people don't realize that, so clearly they didn't realize that. They're all gonna die for this, which isn't worth at all. Auto attack Q reset. We get the plus 12. That was so not worth it for them. We get dragon and they all die. Let that be a lesson, guys. Wards give vision after you break them. Holy crap. That's unfortunate. Why? What? That's unbelievable. I can't believe that just happened. That is really something. She wasn't at the team fight, didn't help with dragon, and there's still a turret for her to be taking. But nah, she's on my blue. That's really something, man. I mean, we are level 6 and up, but still, like, we need the stacks. And there's No reason for a top laner to ever be in your jungle when their turret and plates are still up on the enemy's turret for them to be taking. Especially when they're winning lane. That's just very peculiar. That's alright though. Shouldn't affect us too much. Should never gank a fed 𝐒𝐿, it doesn't work. Especially if you're both melee champs, she'll kill you both super easily. It won't even be close. She has insane healing and huge AoE damage. With or without blue buff. She could have had a third health and done that. Just, there's no way for that to work. We need to get blue smite on this guy. Got it. Plus 12. We could have R'd sooner to get the Q cooldown for sure. Since Veg's dead, I figured his R would be on a cooldown. Sure enough, it was. Oh, feels bad we missed that one. We go into this guy's jungle, take some camps. We're pretty strong at this point. 300 stacks, 11-minute marks are really, really solid. Nice thing about Nasus jungle is you never really run out of mana. You get so much mana back per second for being in jungle or river. Like 10 back per second is nuts. Super, super high. Might be able to cut these guys off from lane. They are behind. I can't stay now. This is bad. I gotta just leave. Jin shouldn't have showed on that ward. There's no need for it. Hey, 𝐒𝐿𝐾𝐋𝐒. She's so low. I don't want to be tanking a heated up turret. And Pantheon goes down. Auto attack Q reset. I'll stay for the plate since we're already here. I'll last hit the turret for +3. We're at 333. Should be at 336. Yep, there it is. So funny that it gives that to you on turret. Some stacks. Although you should invade Nasus jungle, you should really do it level 1. Like their level 1 invade would have been, like if they late invaded possibly, would have been decent. The way Wukong did it just set himself so far behind. We'll go for Lucids into, I'd say same thing, into Deadman's. Deadman's incredibly strong on Nasus. It gives you the slow when it's full stack, helps you stay on top. Gives you slow, damage, health, armor, and a bunch of movement speed. Exactly what you need. The only thing it doesn't give you that you would want is ability haste, but we already have enough. Our Q's on a 2-second cooldown on R. It'd just be a 1 second. Ooh, 599. Only level 7 Krugs. In terms of which team outscales, I think our team does. We have me and Veigar, infinite scalers. The only bad thing about our team is there's no engage tool, so it's gonna be kind of hard for us to close distance on them. Ultimately, we're gonna have to do dives, or oof, feels bad. When you miss that Q and your jungle item finishes it with the burn, that's really, really bad way to go. That's why you got to keep track of the HP and damage. Allows on the split, no one can stop her. Even if they 5-manned her, they probably couldn't kill. We'll E blue smite. Got him. Brand dies from the burn though. I'm alright with that. We get all these stacks now, which is what we want anyways. Like I said, Veigar probably should have just gone Predator. Predator Veigar is extremely viable anyways, and it gives your team an engage tool, just Predator Cage. Super free. We'll take Dragon. Great thing to have for Veigar. You get so much free AP from his passive. So kills and assists on enemy champions or last hitting with Q. or hitting enemy champions with abilities in general. Rip. Not quite enough damage. Why does everyone think they have dibs on my blue buff? What's going on here? Okay, he's just leashing it. That's cool. Especially if you already have a mana item, you don't need it. He's got the Leandry's bunch of mana. Probably has mana flow as well. Time to invade. Youmuu's is up. R's up. R's mainly for damage output. You can solo anyone. Youmuu's is so we can actually get to them. Hey, friend. Oh, she's hiding under turret. Alright, I'll take these then. Can one-shot these. Holy crap. +3, +3, +3, +3. Kai'Sa ran away, knowing her fate. She can't do real damage to us with just that item. And it's funny because we are Youmuu's Nasus. But Nasus on R, the HP and armor is ridiculous. HP, armor, and magic resist. It's all three. A lot of people don't realize that. His R probably does too much. It's damage, health, armor, magic resist, and Q half cooldown. It does 6 different things. 791, not bad. We have a lot of stacks. Go ahead and pass on through. Big enough hitbox, they both get to take a lick there. That's alright. They could actually kill 𝐒𝐿 with Mal's R. Mal's R is devastating. Absolutely devastating. Could go for Herald. I don't mind stretching the games a little bit on Nasus. He's so much fun. This game's fairly one-sided though, since top lane won by itself. Our bot lanes, I think, are equal skill, especially if you look at the CS. Kind of tells the story. If Kai'Sa has more deaths, she should have less CS by a lot. So we might as well start to wrap this up. Hey, friend. Just need one hit on him. That Q reset. I didn't want to let him get back on his horse, so I'll back off out of that. Brand actually just stole all those. What a troll. Dude, what's with laners these days taking camps right out from your mouth? It's gnarly. Very gnarly. Like those people at Walmart who don't put their carts away when they're done. But worse. It's like them taking your cart right out of your hand. Take every single camp. Plus 12s everywhere. We could definitely hit 1k stacks here pre 30-minute mark. Easily. The more stacks you get, the easier it is to do because your Qs hit harder. You get to secure more kills. You get to take more everything. Yeah, we're gonna take everything. 660, it's pretty high. We could keep doing circular, basically doing big zeros through the jungles, snaking around. I'm sitting on so much gold, I don't feel like dying. Nice try, 𝐒𝐿. Seriously? Let me back! I'm coming for you first, Kai'Sa. You're gonna pay for that. It's funny that they'd even do that because they don't want to fight me. They're just trying to waste our time. Go ahead and hold on to refill. We don't need the Sheen right now. I don't want to wait in base for 30 gold when we're already probably the most strongest position in the game. I don't know if we could solo 𝐒𝐿 though. 𝐒𝐿 has the type of build to fight a melee champ one-on-one. She would be extremely challenging, especially with the Hull Break. Now, if I had Hull Breaker, maybe. With the phase rush, if we dodged enough of her tentacle slams. Oh, he's running away. I guess I'll go bot. Could take this turret down pretty quick. 666 stacks, 20-minute mark. We'll take it. It's actually a pretty good title. I wonder if that makes the YouTube algorithm mad though. Putting things like that. There's only one way to find out. I don't really want a group chilling on Herald. Come on, Herald, stop. Just keep going, boy. Nice. We could actually end here. These guys just lost. That's funny. Hey, my R killed him. Our R actually killed him. Malzahar, the burn damage on it. That is GG's. What a game. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 3. I think this is going to be our most challenging game yet. They have a Mundo, Qiyana, Udyr. They're all going to be fairly hard to kill. Qiyana because of invisibility, Udyr fast and kind of tanky. Mundo is going to be tanky as well. So chopping through them will take some time. I think Draven and Anivia, I don't know why they both took exhaust. I don't know why Qiyana took smite. Very strange, but I think Draven and Anivia will be kind of hard to get to. Pass Anivia wall, Anivia stun, Anivia slow. It's really an interesting game. Depending on how the early mid game goes, I might just split push because they don't have anyone to match me in the split. Mundo doesn't do that well against Nasus. Mundo passive saves him against hard CCs like Jack stun, Aatrox knockup, but against slows, it doesn't do anything. That's Sejuani passive. So our Wither's going to be super effective against Mundo. He basically won't have a passive versus it. And Udyr shouldn't be able to solo me once we're 6. You don't want to be trying to solo things like Warwick and Udyr pre-6 on Nasus. It's a bad idea. We want to kite our buff to our bot lane. That leash was crap. She left way too early. You're not supposed to leave till like around 138. She left like 135. She autoed 2 or 3 times. It is what it is. At least we got a leash. Auto attack Q reset. You get a super bad leash on blue buff. A lot of times you'll end up smiting it into auto Q reset. Q's doing about 100 damage to Gromp with the armor shred off from the E. Auto attack Q reset doing about 97. We barely got that. Auto Q reset 128. Small monsters don't have armor magic resist though, so it's kind of skewed. It's the big ones that do. And we'll pull this guy out. He might actually just burn out before it's time. That was exactly what I didn't want to happen. Oh well. You need to be careful about that with the burnout on your jungle item. Super frustrating. Missed a plus 12 there. Next E cycle, these things should die. I'll attack Q reset. It takes 4 little monsters to make up what the big monster is worth. So just keep that in mind. That's why it's so much more important to get the big ones. Okay, I see where Udyr is. I was going to pull this into the top brush for safety, but since I see where he is, this doesn't matter. We're not going to try to fight him solo, so giving up Scuttle isn't a big deal. Your jungle item burn doesn't affect the buffs because back in earlier days of League of Legends, it was more common to give your blue buffs away to your mid laner and then give your red buffs away. So it made it to where jungle item burn cannot finish off a buff. But against these camps, that does happen. So it's very easy to screw yourself with one too many auto attacks. We're going to be resetting here. We don't want to overstay. Like Alawi should be fine there. Yeah, Alawi does exceptionally well in those type of situations. 1 versus 2 against melees, especially low damage melees. We'll pick up our Wither, first item rush. We do have an awkward amount of gold. It's fine though. Double longsword. Your most ideal back would be a 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝐿's hammer for the ability haste. It's kind of expensive though. You'd have to go futures market to be able to do that consistently. I should really put Youmuu's as a favorite item on Nasus. It has a pretty good win rate on him. Nasus players just haven't caught on yet. Lots of ability haste, AD, lethality, insane mobility out of combat and in combat. We'll save smite for scuttle. Feels kind of risky going for it because Udyr might rush that from his base after dying, and their bot lane has prio. Mid lane's kind of shoved. Beautiful, plus 12. Anivia's Q's on cooldown. I don't know. This doesn't feel right though going for it. I don't think it's gonna turn out very well. I need Caitlyn to be there. The Anivia wall is gonna be annoying. Caitlyn has maybe a slight item advantage. Gold spent here. Huge snare. This chick's got nowhere to go. I'll attack Q reset. Oh, I thought she had an egg. Got the Q. That's a plus 12. I would have Q'd the Anivia. I thought she had an egg, so I didn't bother though. Caitlyn just missed the cannon. That's a bit of an oof. We're at 123 stacks, not too shabby. We could reset from here since, yeah, we probably should have just reset. Then we would have gone Krugs, Wraps, into Wolves Blue. We could have kept it linear without making our route ugly. And we could have also gotten some spicy items. Oh, well. Yeah, we could have gotten Caulfields and some other stuff. 296, not too shabby. Barely got that guy though. Skadoosh. Down he goes. Blue buff's gonna be spawning in. We'll take Wraps, Krugs, reset. Probably try to gank bot at that point since our camps are gonna be disjointed. 314. Barely got that one. $314 to $317. 278 against the big one because he has armor. We're just topside right now. We're chilling. You can give up the first 2 or 3 dragons if you have to on Nasus. Ideally, once you're level 6 though, you should be able to fight for them. Your level 6 power spike is intense. You should even be able to solo a Warwick once you're 6. Is the reality of it. 281, not bad. Oof, missed it. Oh well. We'll go ahead and just finish this out. Look for the reset. We're still not level 6. It's all right. As long as we hit it around 8-minute mark, everything will be all right. We'll get Caulfields and a serrated. Big power spike. The cooldown plus the lethality 30-80. This is 55. That's a lot of attack damage off of just 2 items like that. Draven and Anivia are fairly killable. Anivia no boots, Draven only tier 1s. I would like to have a my free boots. They don't come in for a while though. Irelia is roaming. I'm surprised these guys don't back off immediately. They might be greedy and go for the Morgana here. Yeah. That's something I don't like. When you're going in for a gank and then your mid laner roams and just gives it away when you didn't need your mid laner anyways. Oh well. Bit of a waste of the blast cone there. Happens. 343. At 192 stacks. 357. Nivi's gonna get herself killed. Caitlyn Morgana is really annoying to play against. One of them lands a snare, the other one lands their snare, and you're snared for 3 seconds in the early game before you have tenacity. I think Morgana snare gets up to 3.5 seconds. Scales per level. I don't know if Kate's snare does though. Probably doesn't. Probably just stays at like 1 second. 391. Come on, Wolf, you can do it. Believe. Mid's dead. Very nice. Udyr can't fight us at this point. I don't even have to worry about being invaded by him. They can only kill me if the Qiyana comes as well. That could be a big issue. They 2 versus 1 us. I was trying to queue the big one there. 246 stacks. Uder's gonna die for this. That's not really worth blowing Ghost for, to go 1 for 1. Unless it was a big shutdown. We could go R and take Dragon. We could take Herald since Uder's dead. Those are all great options. The Herald in particular would be best here. For sure. On your R, you can take the Dragons pretty quick. You pop R, you run it down. It's kind of like a Heimer dropping his big turret for a Dragon or Baron. Getting the Q cooldown plus your R shredding health. Deals a max of 240 damage per second. Yeah, against Dragon, too close to that probably. So it does max health damage. Got our Yomus. We'll go in for the Deadmans now. Once again, HP and mobility. Divine Sunder is the 3rd or 4th item pick on this build. So ultimately, mobility is what you need, especially once you're 6, everyone runs away. If your only goal is to solo the enemy jungler because they're forcing fights on you, then Divine Sunder would be a better first item rush. Oh, hey friend. You don't win this, Udyr. I'm gonna hold on to my blue smite. Yeah, not even close. We still have our blue smite, ghost, and a lot of our R duration. Absolutely shredding this. Got it. Plus 12. The Yomu's on this chick. She's withered, so she's super slow. Get her with the blue smite. She doesn't have egg, so I'm going to miss out on my plus 12 again. We have ghost extensions. Might be able to run their mid lane down here. Yeah, we ran her down. She's screwed. Auto attack Q reset. We missed out on another plus 12. That sucks. I really wish people would just give it. Like, clearly I can solo her from there, but everyone wants the kill. That's the issue. Everyone wants it. Could go for Gromp off this. A lot of people just don't realize how strong Nasus is. Level 6 is trying to fight that. 40 armor, level 1, 40 magic resist is way too much. Plus 300 health. 300 health is a 800 gold item. So that's like 800 gold plus the resistances is basically like another 800 gold. And then that's not even including the damage it does. Damage it does is probably worth over 1,000. And then the cooldown reduction on your Q is worth like another 2,000. So your R gold value is pretty nuts. $609. Wow. So I could really just kill those one hit. Go ahead and reset. Whenever your R is up, Ghost is up, or Yomu's, any of those, a gank is very realistic option. We'll go for Merc Tread since we don't have any tenacity. Go for Winged Moonplate. For 800 gold item, getting 5% movement speed, super sick. Out of combat right now, we're moving 457. It's pretty much champion with Mobies. Morgana, let's see, out of combat, she'll probably be moving... Well, she's going to have base speed up, so we'll have to check after that since she died. I assume she'll be around 420 movement speed. Base movement speed just ended. She's 443, so we're faster than Morgana when we're out of combat. Very solid. Alright, this is ganked. Draven's more fed than Caitlyn somehow, but we're here. Morgana landed everything. He dies. I don't know if his support AFK. Draven players have a high tendency to flame their supports. Udyr might have AFK'd. I haven't seen this guy. Nope, he's not. Just left his red buff up for me. What a nice guy. I'll kill Draven on his way back to lane as I farm this stuff. We'll keep an eye on his timer, walk in between him and the turret. We'll wait in that bush over there. He'll have tier 1, maybe tier 2 boots. I gotta get over there now. Is there a blast cone for me to take? Because minions are crossing over. I should be able to go now. Nice, we went past the minions. The minions were past us, I should say. Wait, he had exhaust. That's dirty. That's basically cheating. Not cool, Draven. She doesn't know where I am. I could have gone anywhere. If he didn't have exhaust, he was dead. That saved him. That last Q was gonna way overkill him. Still almost had him. Oh, Anivia, my friend. Tempted to ghost. I don't think I need to. She doesn't have boots yet. Drop the wither. She does have egg. I'll be waiting for this. There it is. Plus 12. I don't want to steal too many minions. We'll be taking some. Oh, and they quit. GG's, well played. I'm really liking this Youmuu's build on Nasus jungle. It feels really, really nice. It's one of my favorite builds on him for sure right now. Gives you the mobility and damage you need. All right, let's take a look at the graphs. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we weren't the highest in the game, but if the game lasted longer, I think we would have been. For damage taken, we took the most in the game. For runes, decent value. Very short game though, and they surrendered. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to hack the algorithm. My name is 𝐒𝐋𝐒. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.